Hey, what's going on, everyone? Mike Lowe here, and we are jumping back into episode 3. We gave this a shot earlier. Game was starting, had some kind of glitchy stuff happen, so just redoing game 3 and episode 3. So thanks for tuning in. Just pulling up the chat here in case there's any questions throughout. But yeah, thanks for checking out Week 1. Very, very different game for the Lions than Week 2. Week 2, episode 2, I don't want to do any spoilers in case people are clicking on these for some reason out of order. But yeah, very, very different game than the first week. So here we are with the Lions, of course, looking to kind of figure out who they are in this franchise after being 1-1 at this point. And we're going to be heading to Arizona. So another really tough game. Really, the first three games very, very tough for the Lions. Of course, the Bears defense, mobile quarterback in Trubisky. Second week, Aaron Rodgers, who's, of course, Aaron Rodgers, kind of all things quarterback. And then this week, again, we have really the most athletic of the three quarterbacks that we'll be facing, and a very tough team in the Arizona Cardinals. And so we can start by just taking a look at them, kind of see where their depth chart lines up. But there's a few things I'm trying to keep an eye on for this Cardinals team. Again, Kyler Murray, right? He doesn't throw the medium and long pass. My phone is going crazy here. Hang on a second. He doesn't throw as well, of course, deeper, right? So we're going to try to take away some of these short passes, but we can't just give up long throws over top because they do have DeAndre Hopkins, who we'll see here in a second. But of course, his speed is very, very troublesome. They also have a pretty speedy halfback here in Kenyon Drake, so we'll need to keep an eye on him. DeAndre Hopkins obviously is a huge threat. He's not like blazing speed or anything, but the guy is just obviously a very, very complete running back. I'm sorry, wide receiver, and can definitely create some problems. Can run every single route. We cannot press this guy. Even Larry Fitzgerald really shouldn't be pressed. Christian Kirk also a pretty decent slot receiver. So this is the first team we're playing that has a pretty solid core of receivers. The Bears and Packers both had very top tier. Marcus Robinson, Devontae Adams, top tier receivers. But this is probably the first team that has some really nice complementary receivers as well. So their line isn't bad. 70s, I think I don't have any 80s. 160, so 470s ish and a 60-ish player. The defensive line is not great, especially up the middle. There could be some holes there. Chandler Jones is the guy they'll use on pass downs, of course, very similar to Khalil Mack and Zadarius Smith with the Packers. Former line Devon Kennard there. And a couple good corners. So again, it's not going to be the same story when the Chicago game plan and the Packers game plan, when we were able to kind of pick on that second corner, or at least try to in the Packers game, where we were able to open up some opportunities for Kenny Galladay. I don't think that's I still think it can happen, but probably not as maybe apparent. Drake Kirkpatrick, the third receiver, cornerback. So maybe there's some opportunities for Danny Amendola to jump in and get some work in there. So again, Buda Baker, a nice safety, and Isaiah Simmons. Really excited to see how he looks in Madden here. Probably famous last words. But it'll be interesting to see the 6'4", 238 linebacker, of course, out of Clemson, guy who's rumored to go as high as third overall to the Lions, who of course took Okudah instead. So it'll be interesting to see where he plays. Nothing too scary as far as return goes for them. They use Kenyon Drake as their pretty much all feature back, everything back. Chandler Jones is going to be coming in on the left side again. So again, that right tackle position is so important in Madden. There's the right end situation on pass rushes, and again, we're going to have some opportunities perhaps if we really attack that middle. If we can try and run in the middle a little bit, there could be something there. And I don't see them bringing up Isaiah Simmons or anything into the linebacker spot. It looks like Devondra Campbell, pretty good pass covering linebacker here, or at least he was in Madden last year. Not so much this year. So let's see. So again, there could be some opportunities. This is a tough team. We're on the road. We were pretty pathetic last week on the road in Green Bay. Again, I'm assuming if you're watching this episode now, you've seen it. But what's interesting enough, so we lost, right? 62-14, craziness. What's remarkable is we are not the worst defense in the league. It's truly hard to believe. But look at this, the Browns have had a worst go of it in the 2 weeks. They're also 0-2, whereas at least the Lions are 1-1. Worst pass defense in the league. We are third worst rush defense. We are the second worst. We have allowed the most points. So again, I mean, our defense has been bad, and it does not get a whole lot easier here with Arizona on the road. So we did do some scouting. By the way, we did renegotiate Kenny Galladay, so he's been re-signed a 4-year contract. So he'll be here up until he's about 30. So that's exciting. It's probably going to be the only extension we're looking to do this year. There's not really much else I want to really tie up to. As we look through kind of the top 10, you can see here we got quarterback, defensive tackle, cornerback, and so on. I'm not really scouting too many of the high end, like early first guys yet, because we just don't know where we're going to be drafting, and that could be wasted points. And so I think instead, I started kind of scouting around this middle range again at positions that we're going to be a position of need or already are a position of need, like guard, or would be a good scheme fit, but obviously looking really for both at this point. And so we just really looked at a few positions for now. We looked at a few receivers. Cassius Ballard, by the way, is one of those like kid of an Olympian sprinter. So he's going to be pretty darn fast, but we haven't scouted him because he's early first, and we'll see. I mean, I'm not opposed to picking a receiver at all. I mentioned on the stream that we ended up redoing, but I think what we're going to do is probably let Marvin Jones Jr. walk. We might re-sign him, but I'm not going to give him a contract extension. I'd rather get somebody on a shorter deal, and then probably draft a receiver like this pretty early in this draft. Get someone in there to kind of start building up a little bit, and then they can supplant that role maybe in 2022 or so. So that's kind of the general plan. But Ron Capps is the guy we scouted. He was projected as a mid-first. He's coming back as an early first. He's the deep threat guy out of UCLA, just 22. Not a very big receiver, 6'1", 175, but can apparently get downfield and looks to have really, really good hands. So we did take a look at him. We did not finish scouting Darius Stanton, but could be the best receiver to come out of Maryland since Stephon Diggs here. And 6'2", 219, really nice size for a physical receiver. He's 24, so a little bit older. But again, looks to have really good hands. We have to finish scouting him. But he's projected to go late first, so that makes a lot of sense. Offensive line, definitely a need for the Lions. You can see not a whole lot going on at tackle as far as like a scheme fit. There's a power left guard, but we did look at a couple guards here. Logan Colbert, mid-first projected, comes back as a late first, the actual talent we find. So this is a guy, maybe he falls to the second round at age 22. That'd be a fantastic pick for us. It's definitely a position of need. Tevin Griggs, same kind of thing, 22, scouted out as a late first. Maybe one of these two guys fall back, or if one of them gets drafted, we can maybe move up slightly, grab him. We can maybe move our second round pick or something like that. So that was kind of the thinking there. As far as the offense, I think the only other thing we did were some defensive tackles. So we scouted first. We looked at Broderick Knight. This guy was a late first, but he came back as a mid-fourth. So maybe not a bad player. He's pretty good size, 6'5", but is certainly not a guy we're going to be taking in the first few rounds there. Joe Toller, kind of an opposite story. Projected as a mid-first, but came back as an early first. So looks to be a pretty beastly defensive tackle. And Madden, if you really get some good defenders on your defense, they really make a big difference. Block shedding, which has a really high score for him, things like that, pursuit. They're really the difference between these games like we saw last time where you're not getting enough pressure, your guys aren't making plays. I mean, if you can get some playmakers on defense and not just that wide receiver and quarterback and so on, it can really make a big difference. So I was really excited to see him. Again, he's a guy that definitely will be our radar if he falls into our lap there. So again, a couple guards, a couple defensive tackles, a couple of receivers, nothing too exciting there. And as mentioned, we re-signed Galladay. As we kind of look at our superstar X factors here for the Lions really quick. We only have the one, but I don't think I've ever shown it here. It's just Kenny Galladay. So red zone threat, improved catching for single coverage in the red zone, and a mid-out elite. Improved catching on medium passes outside the numbers. So that doesn't mean an out route. That just means catching outside the numbers. So it could be a fade and things like that. And we've seen him make a lot of those plays so far this year for us. Cardinals have quite a bit of talent here, both offense and defense. So, of course, Chandler Jones, so we looked at. So relentless rush moves no longer cost points. I'm not even sure what that means because I haven't really paid much attention to the rush moves because I'm usually playing linebacker. Edge threat elite, dominant edge rush moves and increased QB pressure. And strip specialist, reduce tackle penalty while trying to strip the ball. So that's nice. That'd be kind of a cool thing to get like a whole team of guys who have abilities like that. Because you can just put on strip all day long, and minus the penalties, probably be pretty cool. If we keep looking at their defense, Buda Baker, the safety, they still haven't fixed that font there, huh? Mid-zone knockout, improved reactions and catch knockouts in mid-zones. Stonewall prevents additional yardage gains while tackling. That's kind of the counter to like the running back falling forward that we see, which are, I think, really cool traits, and I kind of like how they offset each other. Of course, Kyler Murray, escape artist, improved scrambling when he leaves the pocket, quick draw, faster throwing animations when under pressure. I mean, all bad things for the way our lines have been playing. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins wins aggressive catches versus single coverage, improved catching on short passes inside the numbers, and a red zone threat, very similar to Kenny Galladay there. So it's not going to be an easy win. That's for sure. It will not be easy. So, but yeah, welcome. Thanks for checking out episode 3. It's got to go better than episode 2 did. That was pretty rough. Let's jump in. Just going to roll with it now. Got to play better. Got to get some momentum going. The last game was so, it turned into an issue of just playing from behind early. Gave up a touchdown on the first drive. We went 3 and out. And just that momentum starts to build, right? You saw the momentum happen in the real-life Lions-Bears games today, right? Lions had momentum for 3 quarters. Bears got really, really hot in the 4th quarter, right? So it's a thing. It's not just for NCAA football 14 or whatever. It's definitely real.
From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's week 3.
Man, it sounds really good through headphones, by the way. If you're curious, like the crowd noise sounds really good. It's certainly a lot better than the crowd noise I heard in the game today I was watching. Very strange. I don't notice it. Like, baseball's kind of nice. It kind of seems like they have like somebody pushing buttons or something for like different reactions. The football one, it was just like this, just what you're hearing now, just a static loop. It started to kind of bother me. It was kind of loud too. It was a little bit too loud. I kind of wish they had just turned it down a little bit. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, welcome, man. Hopefully it's better than the last game. Brutal game. I looked up the history on like some of the biggest blowouts in NFL history, and it would not have been in the top 25. It probably made around the top 30. There have been some pretty, even recently, some pretty big blowouts in the NFL. Oh, excuse me.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign. Yeah, you don't want to get
Cardinals are 2-0. If you're a believer in maybe the up-down theory, maybe this is a game we can steal. Kind of team has been rolling. Team coming off their worst loss, perhaps ever. See how it goes.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality.
Through 45? Oh, that's the whole season. Okay. I thought that was last week. Wow. 45. All right, here we go. So game plan, deep balls. A little bit of deep ball action going on here. Some vertical plays and cover 2. Cover 2 could be nice. I want to try to keep this team a little bit more in zone today than man. And I want to try to use kind of that underneath coverage a little bit more to try to keep Kyler Murray a little under control. Possibly try to look for some more QB spy plays and things like that. But what else here? Again, I let the coach call the plays, so some of that just comes down to coaching. Oh, I think that's pretty much it, though. So we go depth chart, overall today. And an option, I do want to focus on that quarterback in case they try something here.
Murray now on first down. Fitzgerald on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 to Larry Fitzgerald. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake.
Jeez, 8 yards, 8 yards.
That's good.
Already starting to gash us.
Well, there's someone
Come on, Lions.
with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in mid-season ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
At the 40,
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, it's complete to Drake. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Drake, 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this.
I think that was having the drop coverage a little bit too low there.
16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field.
Stop this guy yet.
But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have
Ooh,
options now.
No,
Either
drop.
way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Hey, Jeff Okuda. Speaking up.
In the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want
Dude just stood there, let him run right through.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
Just gashing so far. Come on, guys.
Check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 19 carries, 57 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, this is the last thing we needed there. After last week. We haven't had a team punt in a long time.
A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Danny Amendola on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1.
2 picks last week, one of them was completely ridiculous.
When I think of Matthew Stafford,
Had a screen set up with 3 blockers. The guy got through all 3 blockers and intercepted the screen pass. The most ridiculous Madden play I've seen in a long time.
Back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games, and to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games, started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blatt. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
Stafford on first down. Complete to Jones.
Stafford.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre
Jeez,
Swift.
guys.
And he's going to lose yardage.
Brutal.
And be backed up to
Can't
the
have that.
25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get a coach game plan here.
Nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Danny.
That's exactly the same start as the Packer game. That was not good.
They're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll throw from the gun, and he hits Drake. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quicker. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. He's been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Defense.
It's a gap of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 of the 6. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right. And the Cardinals are in. Touchdown.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. As the kickoff unit as they run.
Maybe it can be worse than week 2. So far it has been. That's scary.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They have 14 points and 144 yards. We have 1 yard.
Here, if anything.
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stafford going to give it to Swift, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama.
That's seriously ridiculous. The momentum gets out of control in this game. It's no joke. It gets out of control. That was not a bad throw. That was not a bad read. It's just getting maddened. There's absolutely nothing in the middle of this field. He makes this cut. The defender just is omnipotent. his back's turned. I mean, when he makes this cut, the defender's back is turned. So now, okay, at the very best, like, oh, I see that. I mean, what happens here? Look at that speed. Like, look at the way he, like, I'm not sure how realistic that is. That's crazy. Conceding this game, resetting it. And I don't really think it's like a slider thing. We're just gonna jump right back in, but I don't think it's a slider thing at all. I mean, it could be part of All-Madden, but I like the way All-Madden plays for the most part. It's just like if you get behind that 8-ball early on, it's just like, I don't know, maybe All-Pro is something worth checking out. It's just, I find All-Pro so easy. I like the challenge of, what do you want to call it? All-Madden. I like it a lot, but, my gosh, give you something, you know? Like, I'm not saying, obviously, I don't think the Lions should be very good, but, I mean, they shouldn't be playing, like I said, in week 2, like Akron versus Ohio State. Like, every game shouldn't look like that. And it's weird, because it's like, you kind of have to get that momentum under control a little bit. It's really weird.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's week 3 of the NFL at Raiders DKA's Warriors.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Verticals and cover 2. Let's see.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss
of 3-man rush
on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Very bizarre.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Christian Kirk.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb.
No,
this is a guy who can play in the slot,
fair catch it, dude.
play outside. But the
I think I took too long. That's more punts than we forced against Green Bay already.
Especially after he catches the ball downfield.
Yeah, that felt weird. Like, it's such a weird thing. We're talking about momentum with the episode 2, and then you get like Arizona, who like made some good plays, but like they're not following the right direction. It's kind of weird. A lot of it sometimes does feel a little. I don't want to say it's scripted. That's the wrong word, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. I do wish they just let the game kind of play a little bit more organically.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out,
Shoot, I got that first.
do I need to pressure? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not
Gotta run with those weak defensive tackles they have.
It's prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick,
There you go.
and he thought his talent demanded
But it does help to spend, I mean, just, again, 2 minutes game planning a little bit against your opponent.
Take a look at this draft class.
Knowing they had some bad defensive tackles, you're not going up against Aaron Donald. I think you could get a little push up front.
College scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Gets it quickly to Galloway.
Actually, that might be roughing the passer. Tackle was down, yeah, it is.
The Cardinals' 32-yard line.
It's weird, right? You just get it's just the momentum stuff. I just wish it was somewhere in between. Like, I don't know. It's not really a whole lot you can do about it, but it's early. I mean, momentum can also go back and forth. Ooh, that time the defensive tackle got off his block. Keeping in mind, my guards are probably worse than their crummy defensive tackles, so. What else we got here?
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Amendola's
Nice
got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
There was a couple things I could have tried to force there, but let's see. I admit I had Amendola there. I was only looking on the left side because I really thought something was going to pop open. That linebacker slid over. And so the flat was there, but again, not really. Right, so those guys are covered on the left, and then kind of my backup plan was Hawkinson. We did open up over the middle there, kind of, but by then I already had so much pressure. So, just throw it out of bounds. But I definitely had, had I looked to the right first, had Amendola right there. Potentially, if it was an accurate throw. But you gotta take your 3 when you can get them.
And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, we set the tone. Can't connect there. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Cardinals, nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
To kick off for Detroit.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
So long as you don't let the game get out of control. I mean, I do like the way the sliders are playing. Defense is hard, but the Lions' defense isn't very good. So, again, I'm always trying to balance that. So, again, the feedback I'm getting in the slider thread and whatnot is helpful. Comments that are left on this channel. I did adjust my sub linebackers, too. We actually have a couple backup safeties playing a little bit more. Ooh, tried stripping him from behind there.
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed.
Come on, guys,
he can
tackle.
call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
2 yards on the
Check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 19 carries, 57 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Down at the 41. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And under the
Wow.
Lions' pressure, he's brought
Julian
down.
Okwara.
Julian Okwara in there to
I
record the
totally messed up the pass
second
rush
sack
because they
of his
switched
young NFL
2 defensive
career.
linemen. I wish they gave you a little bit more time to snap the ball, especially with all of the different audible things. And again, playing a guy like Kyler Murray, when sometimes you need to do like both a coverage adjustment, but also like maybe set up a QB spy, like you don't have the time for it. It's honestly easier against users, but
maybe he landed exactly where he
yeah,
was
whatever.
supposed to help this Lions defense continue to get better.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Hey guys, got a block.
That'll be a 41
Special team blocking.
just 1 yard on the return.
That should be like one of your
Lions will take over.
weekly training options or something.
Making his way back onto the field with the
Oh,
rest of his
all right.
offense. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The Lion ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Stafford to Jones. Enough for a Lion 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Carry on.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
A gain of
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
First
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his
That was the
fullback.
same
And he's able to take it
play that we had the
across
big
midfield.
touchdown last against the Bears, the Galladay like 48-yard touchdown pass. Wasn't quite there. I'll show you the replay, kind of what I was looking at. Really hoping it would have been. I thought it would have been. I saw that single safety, and they blitzed on the play before, and so I know it doesn't seem like the AM likes to blitz a lot. 2 plays in a row, or I shouldn't say that. It's just probably not as likely. So I was looking for Galladay's on the far left, right? He's going to just kind of run this deep post. But yeah, I mean, again, is there a window? There is, but is there a window in Madden? That's always the question. And you're also assuming that the throw is accurate, right? So instead, just kind of checked it down. Who is that? Oh, that's our running back. It's like 53. That's a fullback. Probably has one catch all year.
Defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back to the running game with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ball carrier. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
On the play. Brings up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a
I'm going
missile.
to call this play action, but it looks like I can get it with a run.
Play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with
There we
Swift.
go.
And he'll be taken down as that will
It's kind of like the whole
take
Peyton Manning offense, right? Like, come to the line with a few plays and then you make the call off the line. Kind of what I was doing there. I know that play action pass isn't one of the audibles, so I was selected. I still have my audibles to use, and I just go with default audibles. I don't really get too crazy into setting those up, and unfortunately, formation subs don't seem to work well this year, so it's okay. Not a big deal. Ooh, well, he got out there quick. Damn.
Second and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of
Oh yeah,
just not
42.
successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end
Got him
zone.
again.
And that will be incomplete.
What? Incomplete.
Dial up the
What? Can I challenge that?
long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
I mean, I know I'll throw it away, but is this going to be a Detroit Lions reception where he's bobbling it for a split second? He's got his feet in. He's got that heel in. Although maybe that's bobbling in the NFL. What do you guys think? Oh god. Oh.
Well, he challenged the play.
Yeah, we know.
It did not pay off.
And that means he lost
After
a
reviewing the
timeout
play,
in that challenge.
And as
we
a
noticed
coach,
it was
you
the
hate that.
Lions.
Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom,
We'll
you
get
lose the
Galladay.
challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right.
This can't give this guy a touchdown.
You have to.
The dude's catching everything.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able
I mean, that
to
one
get a
probably was
third,
out of
and now
bounds.
they
It
deal
seemed
with
like he was out of
3rd
bounds.
down.
That was a hell of a catch. Let's see. Holy cow. Yeah, he was out. I'm okay with that one, but I mean,
On 4th down, the
I was going to just throw underneath and just try to take a field goal, but I saw him one-on-one again.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. On is the punt team now as this one sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
Oh,
Officially just 27
opportunities.
yards there on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit...
Oh, I gotta quit switching guys at the last minute. You just don't get enough time. Like, they don't leave you much time at all to make these adjustments. It's really tough.
Things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st down, Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down, it's Drake.
Ooh, nice play, June. Or that's Christian Jones. Nice play.
This first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Definitely want to spy on this play.
I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
There you go. Good job, Jimmy Collins.
He's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jamie Collins able to get.
Just reading a really good thread on Operations Force. Just kind of talking about like. It's kind of a back and forth discussion about a lot of people saying like defense is impossible this year. On All-Madden especially, it's impossible. And there's the other side of the debate saying like if you kind of know what you need to be doing and if you're calling out the right things, you can make a stop. Now, I preface this by saying I'm not saying I'm in really either camp at this point. We're making some good adjustments today, but I literally lost week 2 62-14. So I sympathize with both sides. But I just wanted to share that in case other people were looking for some feedback on that. There's a pretty decent thread. I don't remember when it was posted originally, but I was just reading it last night. Good block, man. Damn, Lions. Stressing me out all day today. In real life and virtually. If you're wondering, by the way, why I named my this streaming series "Same Old Lions," and if you saw the Lions highlights today, I'm sure you understand why now.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
Today was quintessential "Same Old Lions." If they were a hockey team, they'd be so good. They just played 3 quarters, 3 periods. A great team.
The defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
Poor DeAndre Swift, man. We already ruined that guy. That drop. Detroit's never going to let him live it down, man. Terrible. Same thing, I'm going to call that play action. Let's take a look at the defense here. I do think they're blitzing. I'm just going to go with a quick pass, not so much a play action pass this time.
Now it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What?
The passing game not in sync.
Oh my God.
And now it's 4th down.
I totally thought he caught that.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd.
What's happening? He's putting the ball. Throwing some nice balls today.
That would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time.
Oh, wait. They're going to review that, right? He was clearly down. There's nothing to challenge. Okay, that's probably good news.
Here's Jack Fox now.
He was clearly down. I can't challenge this play? Guys, what am I missing here? He's down, right? He held the ball. Football move, steps. Oh, I guess it's coming out there. I mean, is that a fumble? What the hell is that? That's a football move, right? I mean, at the very least, that should be a fumble. I like how there's no effort at all to anybody to grab it, but I guess that's incomplete.
Away for the second time.
Jeez.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made.
Let's see that. It's really hard to see when they fair catch sometimes.
39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Yeah, zone defense has been helping out.
Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now this This throw caught left side.
What on
And he gets
earth?
this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
At the 43-yard
The last few seasons has almost been sport for us
Trying
in
to
the
see if I
media
can
to
see whether or
say
not.
Fitzgerald was going
I don't really
to
call
call
it.
quits and cap
Good
off
grief.
what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17, second on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, it's Drake. And this time not quite to the 30, he'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Great
4
blitzer.
yards the pickup, first down.
10 at the
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray the give, this is Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at
Actually,
the
like
32.
blitzing more to stop the run than anything in this game.
2nd and 11.
A good example of it there.
Running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Come on, coach, give me a spy player. Give me a spy
Makes
player.
it 3rd and 7.
Damn, coach.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. He can run
Hey, at least we
for it,
forced
and
field
he
goal.
will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Field goal is good.
Baseball game today.
That ties the game.
This was kind of what the Lions-Bears game was. It was like 6-6, just about going to halftime. Bears were really close out the first half, really sloppy. Obviously, the Lions closed out the second half even sloppier, but I thought both coaching staffs did a pretty terrible job today in that game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end
Oh,
zones.
that's not a good throw.
Balls go through goalposts.
Not what I thought was going to open up.
There as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
This thrown quickly out to Jones.
Gotta
And
catch
they're
these
able to
guys
get
with a
this
quick
one
play here.
across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly,
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
There's Isaiah Simmons.
Rookie Isaiah Simmons. And they take
Much for
possession of the
catching him.
football and
That felt really open when I threw that. So Jones just going to run over the middle here. I mean, look at all that room, right? Oh, yeah, it's just a bad throw. Both guys, he was wide open, right? Just Stafford threw it. And, like, it's weird because I lowered the accuracy. Because really, I mean, you shouldn't have guys throwing 85% every week. But, like, if it's going to be a bad throw, like, you know, throw it over here or something. Like, have it go, hit the ground here. Like, there needs to be a difference between, like, interception suction and incomplete passes. Like, it's just a stupid Madden play again.
Offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
they'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal.
Ooh, Cleveland, look at that. They won 52-20.
Next time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a draw play with Drake. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Drake to the ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Oh, I was going to say, if he catches that, I'm done with Madden.
Contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up
62-14 last week. Same sliders though. Pretty defensive game, or maybe just offensive ineptitude. So, of course. Oh boy, here we go.
Pinning them down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking.
All right, DeAndre.
Right now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards
Pretty much in a 2-clock situation here.
Move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
That's a quick kick down the 2. We get the ball at the half, so I mean, there's no reason to go crazy down here.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. They'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone.
Takes the clock down automatically. Glad it doesn't do that in the last 2 minutes.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Ooh, you got it.
Boy, he is very close.
Oh, I guess not. They called a timeout, so.
Where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'm going to challenge this. Why not? It looked like you got it to me. Oh, yeah.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Nice. Ooh, nice play.
That they haven't caught before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better
What are you doing?
and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
I don't understand like how to deal with such stupid players sometimes. Like you make assumptions about guys, and I guess you shouldn't.
His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. That is caught at the 7.
That might have been me not dropping back far enough. I felt like I was in a good spot. I actually tried to intercept that. Let's see. Yeah. It's kind of the one bummer of playing defense in this mode. Sometimes you can't see the way the guy's breaking, or you make an assumption that there's someone there to help you. That was wide open. But I am telling people to play underneath. That's the first time he's thrown even more than probably 10 or 12 yards almost the whole game.
Max Williams, his second touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. And it is up.
Kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Lions 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as there's
damn, so much running out the clock.
25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into something that we're going to trust?
Had him right in his hands, had him deep.
If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Stafford's pass.
23 yards, the final tally. Stafford looks to throw again. Out to the left.
No, that's not what we wanted.
To the tight end, Hawkinson.
No, let's try long field goal.
Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score.
Oh man, is this not a Lions stream or what? We complete a pass, I run backwards, which I fully admit to doing. I was just trying to get out of bounds.
And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report.
Oh man,
around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front.
Oh, that's
Matt
too
Ryan
funny.
has a touchdown pass. From there, we take the long trip across the country. About as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle.
Didn't I just say Seattle at Dallas? I know here it looks like it is at Seattle. But I swear the little graphic said Seattle at Dallas, and it showed Washington State. So yeah, it's weird. Seattle at Dallas. Miami at Tennessee or Minnesota. Oh man.
Winners in that one as they defeat the visiting
Like,
Tennessee Titans. 30-24.
QA, like I do a ton of QA at my job. It's so it's quick. It's so easy to do.
Struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out,
And I
let's
don't
hand it
know.
over to our broadcast
I must
team
be under a lot of
Brandon
pressure to do other
and
things.
Charles Davis.
But those little things take 2 seconds to notice, about 10 seconds to fix, about 2 minutes to create a ticket to notify of the fix, and so on. Pretty standard stuff. But you have to make the assumption that people are actually QAing franchise and looking at franchise, and I don't know. I'm not a, I don't work for EA Sports, and you guys don't work for EA Sports, but you notice those things too. It's strange, right?
What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Open man is Galladay, complete.
Are you sure to drop it? Hey, look at that. That's a cool graphic.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new.
Feels so bad for DeAndre, man, dropping that ball.
It's a good job by getting
Sorry, dude.
And now they can move
We're the Lions. We're gonna lose anyway.
Get yourself set up to keep making
Ooh,
first
this could be a
downs,
good
keep
play.
the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Dude, come on, guard. Joe Dalton, you gotta get out there and make that block, man. Pulling guard is so slow.
Halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
What on earth? How did he drop that? He was hard enough on All-Madden. I was just about to say, like, that was an AI play, right? Or like, just like snap the ball, throw it. I mean, there's no traffic. He has this ball. Oh, just the hit knocks it out. Dang, man. These are brutal. This makes it really tough. I think we have been in with us. No, not really.
Absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
Oh, man. Crazy interception that getting warped to a defender. I'll own an interception when I make it. But, man. Interceptions are crazy this game. And maybe it just needs to be against lower the slider more, because I don't mind that they're incomplete or they're inaccurate. I don't care really what it looks like. If it hits the defender, at the end of the day, if it's an accurate pass, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want everything just to like suction. And a lot of it has to do with the traits. Like Stafford's got that trigger happy. He's got 2 really terrible traits in this game, which makes him really tough to play with.
Shotgun now from Murray.
Yep. So there, I didn't have anybody in my zone, right? So I just kind of converted myself into a QB spy. I'm gonna run here, so let's try to plug up the middle.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game.
Get him.
Now left side,
no one touched him. 15 yards or so.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down.
Ooh,
Drake.
nice play.
He's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage
Oh
and
no, what's the
taken
flag?
down. And a penalty
Ooh, we
flag
might
is
find
going
this
to
one
come out on
actually.
top of it.
2nd and 13.
Well, they
Oh,
had
climb
stopped
it.
him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On second down now, it's Drake. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. In the first half, he was held in
QB
check
spy
by
play. There we
Lowe,
go.
but despite that lack
Okay,
of
any QB
production,
spy
they
play.
still
I'm
have
cool
the
with
lead.
that.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A beautiful fake.
Get his
The
ass.
pressure right. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
We'll take it, whatever.
He strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Oh boy.
Yeah, great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling,
All right,
this is
let's run the
not
ball.
where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Nice job, carry on.
Go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stepped up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open.
No.
And he's going to be met at the
Kind of got stuck around my own guys there.
When the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's going to be
Of course he drops it.
The coverage too good there. The contact.
Was it though? Was the coverage too good? What do you guys think? Was the coverage too good? I mean, dude, it's like the second time he's had a ball. You're literally, I mean, it's in your possession. And I'm okay with those happening. Like, that happens, right? It's just, it doesn't seem like it happens much to the AI. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't say that facetiously at all. Like, I know I'm probably a little biased towards my team playing crummy. But, yeah, I guess I'm just curious if others are seeing that. It just seems weird. I've had 3 of those. And they've been huge. Like, 2 of them are, 2 or if not all 3 are on 3rd down.
And a tight game after punting last time.
Very
See if they
tough.
can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Look to me like they adopted what my
Come on, guys.
kindergarten always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more
Nice.
emphasis on making sure they knew
No idea what happened there.
we decided to take
Okay.
off and go. And that's a really good job there.
Want those plays to balance out. There's some crummy plays on both sides. I'm cool with that. And it's exciting to have a 10-6 game on All-Madden. And like they actually have a game plan that's like kind of working.
And encouraging their defensive mates to get some points.
Drops on offense. Oof. Brutal. Hey,
Just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this
are you gonna block it? No, I guess not. Again, you have like no time to decide, right? It's like I want to fair catch it, but if you block him, I have a nice seam.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
On the play an accident.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Yeah, I don't mind running it. I mean,
the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
22-yard line.
Big blitz. Yeah.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what
I'm going to call the screen. And they are blitzing, so I'm going to say if it looks good, I think they will.
Get a running start and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Screenplay, Johnson. And he's
There
taken
we go.
down, but able to
So again, that whole thing coming up to the 3rd down line, it's like a few plays. Just in mind, right? And I try to call a play that I know could be a really good option, but is not an audible. So like screen passes aren't one of your default audibles. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm not really messing with audibles or anything. Online league, I would. I mean, I'd recommend it. But from what I recall, Madden, like you have to reset those like each game, don't you? So I don't know. I don't like to give myself too many extra advantages over the AI.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
Wow, lucky that was the case. That was just an inaccurate throw. Man.
But it does get away in 2nd down. Phoenix, Arizona.
That one probably should have been picked.
Glad to have you along for the
He bounces out.
quarter action. And a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Ooh, had a hole closed very quickly.
He'll get it to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
I don't think anybody... There was nobody open enough that I was like comfortable... I don't know, forcing it, I guess. Let's see. Especially at Stafford. See, there's Hawkinson on that same route, but again, we've learned that's not open. I mean, Galladay, but by the time he would have kind of sprung past that safety who had his back turned, I mean, there was nobody open. Where I was actually trying to throw it, I was actually trying to go up here, right here, just going one-on-one. But, I mean, truthfully, it worked out. That probably wouldn't have been a very good throw. But lucky we got it. That would have been really bad to turn the ball over there.
This
is the first time we've been sacked today, though.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Just trying to strip that ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over.
All right.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray.
Good job, guys. This underneath coverage has helped a lot, guys. So, I mean, knock on wood. Could blow up on us at any time. They're really trying to just force him to throw it long. He just doesn't want to.
Unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
We have played 3 quarters.
Man, these drops are killing us.
With more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Killing us.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, they'll throw with Murray, sliding out of the pocket, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oh, this would be a huge stop and get it.
Talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's got Fitzgerald. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground.
Good play. Gotta try to hold these guys with field goal here.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh my gosh, guys. They have him sealed up behind the line. Sneaks out. It's Larry Fitzgerald. Love Larry Fitzgerald. He's like 100 years old.
First down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So a nice job to break the
Nice play. 3rd inches.
after that as he's brought down.
Brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay, though, they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
I tried to predict a run too. Took a big gamble there. Ran to the right of it though.
What he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
How many times do they run that play? I feel like if I was in a league, I'd be complaining about this. It's not super effective, but
Here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. So they work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray.
take that off, man.
Murray's pass.
Will Harris there to make the play.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yes.
He's going to be taken down here.
Got Trey Flowers.
Back in the 32. Big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses,
And he got shot. He hasn't played great, so. Yeah, episode 2, the Packers faked the field goal. They're winning by like 3 or 4 touchdowns. Fake a field goal, they score a touchdown. And by throwing the touchdown to Rick Wagner, former Lion tackle who got cut this offseason, like it was literally like a virtual smack in the mouth. It was kind of hilarious. It's like, who scored that? Oh, Rick Wagner. That's cool. Sure, coach, we'll take a shot, but gotta be open. Look at the blitz here.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10.
And why don't you just grab over the middle here? Just like this.
Out of the gun.
Oh, sacked. Oof. See, that's what I want to see more of. Like, more incomplete passes like that. I'm cool with those. No screen passing them.
He's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's zoom out a little bit here.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
Oh boy.
That's complete to
Get that up. 5-yard loss.
Oh
man. Brutal.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Take a shot. It's our game plan, I guess.
Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that. They're not going to let you beat them deep.
Stop again.
Call it 38 yards. back under center. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll set up the screen to Drake, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Wait. There you
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still third down.
The Cardinals on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Oof, that's a tough play.
First down, Murray to Hopkins.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Murray now on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing again on
All about passing, aren't they?
Murray steps
Here we
away to his
go.
left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but he
Pursuit angles are rusty or something.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray.
Oh my God.
To his right. He may
Ooh,
try and
might
run
not have got
for
it.
this. And he will be
Wow.
very close to a first
Took himself out of
down.
it.
See the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it
Oh,
over
good.
your head.
So better to try
Wow.
with your man defensively than
Palms
try to
are
go
like
up and make a
sweating,
stop
like
on it.
legit. This is a tight game.
Is that your guys in the front 7 can get it
Oh
done.
man.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Fake.
And taking it
Fake hurry it up here.
across
Trying to run a draw.
midfield,
See if we can catch him.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Oh, dude, there's like 2 guys there to get suction into them. Unreal.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
9 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. They'll toss it
Ooh.
for it, and this is going to be caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at
Finally.
the 6.
I thought he's been open on some of those.
Well, he's
Just
definitely a
Bill
big
Stafford.
target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Seriously, like my palms are sweating right now. This is great. We're playing the AI. It's pretty fun.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Kenny Galladay's got that red zone pork. I want to force it to him, obviously. Let's see if we can get this F trail
So
going.
the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Stafford.
Oh, I had R wide open. The hit is that for real.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Got it.
He's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown.
Stafford's pass.
But we all know what happens if you're a Lions fan here.
Touchdown on the year.
If you're a Lions fan watching this, you already know what's going to happen.
Tying this thing up.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain
And
almost
Kenny
20 yards
Galladay,
per
man, he's so
catch.
good in this game.
But how about the
For being
guy
like an
who goes
80-something, he's so good.
As well, and that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his
Oh yeah,
area.
that just tied it. That's right. I was thinking that gave us the lead. Anyway, you still know what's going to happen.
I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay.
Matt Raiders to kick off for Detroit.
Score now at 13-all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Damn, no spy, huh?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right
Hello,
side.
guys.
And he goes out of bounds
Wow.
just shy of the 45. First play of the drive.
And he gets out of bounds.
19 yards.
Okay, thought the
When you run a screen pass,
absolute last thing we wanted to have happen.
the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice
And
pickup.
my guy would have definitely dropped that, right?
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down.
Jeez, my guy would have dropped that too. No
It's gonna
doubt.
be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Drake. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Danny
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Right back to Drake.
No, game. Wow.
And they'll wind up getting this
Wow.
all the way down inside the 20.
Well, like I said, man, if you're a Lions fan, you knew what was going to happen in this game.
As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a handoff for Drake.
Touchdown.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I mean, honestly, that might be the most helpful thing for us. But not likely. 30 seconds. What a Lions ending. Hey, I told you the sliders were realistic. Damn.
The exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions
trying to do something here.
Kick off their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Intended for the throw ran a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yards to go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's
Hey, whatever.
Jones.
I'll take it. Not pretty.
Now here comes their final timeout. As they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
It's a gain of
Just something that kind of goes to the sideline here.
1st down.
I don't know, we can score a touchdown. What am I thinking? Oh, man.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left.
Oh, I was just trying to throw it out of bounds to get another play. Quite the Lions ending there. I like the modern gameplay. I mean, hey, I'm a big fan of things that evolve, and I mean, life changes, man. Life evolves, life changes over time. I respect the past. I like watching Barry Sanders and stuff too, but NFL has changed. Passing league, I think it's important. Many things in life. I think we need to keep up with changing times. I think it's vital to grow as a human being. So, football or no football. Lions, however, not growing. We're in this game. What was it? It was a close game. Those drops really hurt, but I don't know. You know, Hawkinson obviously is rated. You know, he's an 86 or something. He'd probably make those plays. Yeah, Stafford 2 weeks in a row. Not a good game. Not bad, but just, you know, we talk about the efficiency here of Kyler Murray. I mean, our defense is just, we're an absolute sieve. An improvement though, but I mean 20 to 25. Everything else looks okay. QB accuracy I'm kind of curious about. It's like, I kind of want, like, I wish there was like 2 accuracy sliders. Like, I wish there was like a short pass accuracy slider, because that would probably raise that for the user, lower it for the AI. Deep passes are very accurate. You saw me hit Galladay a few times. It's probably a little too accurate, which is one of the reasons why I've tried to lower that. But yeah, nonetheless. Okay, Cardinals ran the ball pretty well. We weren't bad. Just playing from behind pretty much the whole game. Kenny Galladay, another. This guy's going to make the Pro Bowl this year. It's been just awesome. 4th year. Hawkinson, 2 drops. Marvin Jones pretty quiet, but he's been getting just, you know, what's going to suck is if we lose Marvin Jones, I mean, Galladay is going to get all that attention from those top corners next year, so it's just something to think about. It's really important to get another receiver back, one way or another. We spread the ball around. The 3 drops, I remember all of them. They're all huge plays. We had 3 sacks on defense. A lot of those were just kind of as he was trying to scramble around. Chase Simmons with the interception. 2 sacks, one of them the last play of the game. Wasn't really a big thing there. Let's look at passes defended. That's too many. And it kind of shows you if you're throwing into coverage or not. Versus our team, I mean, just not getting the balls, right? So, I might need to just make a couple of adjustments there. But again, it's not like they put up juggernaut offense this week at all. So, I don't know. To think about it. Maybe better on third down than them. This was very much like a real Lions game where you're like, I don't quite know why they lost. They certainly had chances to win it. How did their receivers do? Oops. I mean, all pretty short yardage. DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, I'll take that every time. Crazy. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for episode 3. The Lions are 1-2. After beating the Bears in week 1, getting crushed by the Packers, they lose another road game. Pretty tight road game here. And it's a travesty that Frank Ragnow is only rated an 83. The dude was the second best run blocking center in the NFL last year. He's a damn good player. So, but anyway, I'm Mike Lowe. You can follow me on Twitter if you'd like at MikeLowe47. And the sliders for this stream are up on Operation Sports. And you can, of course, post here on the YouTube videos, any of the ones you're watching, and I'll be happy to respond when I see those coming in. Same thing on the Operation Sports thread, though. So, yeah, I think that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is episode 3. See you next time.